It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Baltimore. He'll start at the 2. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to...
Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard.
So you work all week on your opening script, Mike, and what happens? Well, that opening script is going to have to wait until your second possession. The defense comes out with a big stop early. They get the interception, and now it's the opposing team going out looking to take this early lead.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Dream situation here for your first possession of the game, Mike. You go from sitting on the bench thinking you got a couple minutes before you got to take the field. Defense comes away with a huge takeaway on the opening snap of the game. Now, in this sudden change, can you come away with points? Can you reward the defense for creating the turnover and get yourselves out to an early lead?
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Santos, good on the extra point, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. They're going to go right back to Henry. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. In motion comes Andrews. 3rd and short, Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. A 1st down throw for Jackson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's going to take this all the way home. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
A try here for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Ravens will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the 1st time with DeAndre Swift. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Tylan Wallace deep for Baltimore. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. To the tight end, likely. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the option, they give it to Henry. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hill. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down. Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 3rd down, Jackson. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now, for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson from the gun on third down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll motion over Flowers. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
Set to go now on first and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
And he'll get this inside the 10, but not much further than that. Jackson going to keep this one himself. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. His kick is perfect. And the Ravens build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
On second down, it's a run with Swift. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Third and long. Here's Williams now to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Jackson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Jackson looking to throw. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now faking the give. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Jackson now. All alone is the tight end, Andrews. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Off he goes. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Henry tries to bull his way in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Tyler Scott from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have reached the intermission in what is right now a 13-point game. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Scott now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Swift, and he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw is Williams. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. First down, Baltimore.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's got his tight end likely downfield. And he will go all the way. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. LeBear's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Second down and 3. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. They will run it over center with Swift. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They face second down and 7. Here's a handoff to Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Third and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run here with Hill. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. Slot man in motion right. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. A give right up the middle to Henry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete. Some more on the right side.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Williams. Quick throw, taken in. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got the hook up there to Odunze. A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike, and I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
1st and 10. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's to Odunze again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Williams to the air once more. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go play action here with Williams. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. A 1st down there, gain of 14 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. And he's in! Touchdown, Bears! Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Santos for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bears are able to cut into the deficit. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Second down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson gonna keep it himself. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
This is Henry. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We're going to go right back to Henry. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Pistol give to Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.